me go across to my colleague Amandeep, who's also joining us live and closely tracking the developments. Yes, Amandeep, where you are reporting from, we are getting in so many pictures from across the country, specifically talking about the hill stations in Himachal Pradesh and other parts of the northern India as well, where people have been coming in with their families, their friends and loved ones. Well, at the same time, we have government officials coming out and issuing strong warnings on tourist spots becoming potential COVID hotspots.
Exactly, Richa, and people are moving towards the hill station just because they are the best tourist destinations and even to beat this heat. So without taking care of the COVID norms, the people are continuously traveling towards the hill and even especially to the Shimla. If I can show you the visuals that how the road is continuously occupied. Right now we are standing in Kandhaghat, that is just 30 kilometers behind Shimla, and I can show you the visuals that how the queue of the cars is continuously without any break. They are traveling towards the Shimla and even have to apply so many brakes in the midway just because there are massive traffic jams we have witnessed in the midway. And even in Shimla is completely choked by the tourists from the different parts of the country, especially from the north region, and even they are not taking care of any COVID norm, and which is the biggest threat to the third wave of COVID-19. You can see the visuals that cars are being lined up on the roadside and even waiting for their own turn to move ahead. Up and down, both sides are completely occupied. This is how we can indicate what the situation will be on the weekend, just because there is a weather forecast also. People are wanted to enjoy the weather forecast in the hills as well. So that is why they are traveling in a massive number towards the hill. If we talk about Manali, Shimla, Dharamshala, McLeodganj, Mussoorie, these are the best places in the Himalayas to visit. And even now, when the states are very much concerned about the third wave of COVID-19, people are still moving towards without any concern of COVID protocols. Social distancing is highly compromised just because there are certain tourist destinations like Mall Road Ridge in Shimla. They are completely occupied with the people. Maximum footfall has been witnessed after the lockdown 1 and lockdown 2. Now the people flooding towards the hill station to beat this heat, and even they are expected with the mindset that there might be a third wave, and never knows that when the lockdown will be imposed by the union government or the state government. So before the lockdown would be imposed, they wanted to visit the hill stations to enjoy this summer. So the very major concern is the COVID protocols. That is highly compromised. That is why Prime Minister has shown the concern towards the tourist destinations as well. But state governments are equally concerned about it, and even Himachal Pradesh earlier restricted the entry of the tourist, and they have made it compulsory that negative report is very much mandatory before entering to Himachal Pradesh. I'll continuously show you the visuals of the cars being piled up on the road, and even they have also earlier restricted that there must be the pre-booking before visiting to Himachal Pradesh, and online pass is mandatory to visit Himachal Pradesh. Now all the restrictions has been lifted after the second wave turned down, but the way people are traveling towards the hill station, it cannot be ruled out that third wave is very much expected, and very soon the way people are not showing their concern towards the COVID-19 protocols, just because the infection spread, man-to-man infection spread at the crowded places, and even that is one of the difficult tasks for the state as well as the union government to make the contact tracing as well. So this is the major concern, that tourist destinations are open, restrictions has been lifted, but people themselves have to understand to maintain the social distancing, wearing mask and sanitization. That is highly compromised in the tourist destinations. Yes, Richa.
Absolutely, and that's what has been reiterated by the government officials, by the Prime Ministers, who has also in fact in a way raised concerns over people not following these protocols. Many thanks, Amandeep, for getting us that update.